Hello, I'm Dianne. I want a short haircut.
Okay, Dianne. And will you turn for you and the rest of the world to show what you have now? Okay, thank you very much. Hello everyone. Going to make a short haircut. And for those who follow me on YouTube, she looks a little bit like Theo. So that's nice. I use some protection to prevent hairs from falling into her clothes. And give her a nice neon cape. She has wonderful natural hair, so there is what I'm going to work with. First thing to do is whiten the hair. And what I'm going to use is about this length in the disconnect. This side will be short. We'll use the shape of her skull to make a wonderful hairstyle. And we'll light up her colors so it will be shiny bright and a lovely cool tone. First I find me the shape of the skull line. Het is altijd leuk je het anders in Engels doen.
Ja.
That apart in the line I'm going to work in. She has wonderful ears, so you will see on YouTube. Okay, starting on the side. Get rid of a lot of hair. Connect the back to the line I set out. Voelt het vreemd?
Ja, dat is wel anders.
Die is heel klein. Put my blade in the largest position, it's 2 millimeters, and use my clipper as a comb. Work in the roundings of the neckline. Clean the contour line with my small clipper. Go over the center line. Work against the flow of the hair. I'm going to color the hair with a highlight, not with a bleach. That's too hard for her hair. And I will work in cool shades. Again with my small clipper I clean the contour line. Hold it again in the roundings of the line so you get a very feminine neckline. Going to the long side, use the skull as a guide, find me a way in a rounding so I get behind the ear. And I separate these parts because I want the underline short and the upper layer will be long laying on it. So it gives some rest and it is also a disconnect. Ik ga binnenkort ook een filmpje maken van mijn zoon, die kan ook heel goed zingen. Ja. En dan ga ik daar een filmpje mee maken en met kapsels waarschijnlijk gecombineerd. Maar ook los van alles. Dus kijken of we hem een beetje kunnen helpen. Dan gaat hij eerst de rap maken.
Dat is een leuk idee.
Ja, heel gaaf. Het is leuk om je eigen kind en dat soort dingen te kunnen hebben. Hij is een goede kapper, dus dat is ook leuk. You see now I have a nice clean line where I can work on. With a small clipper I clean the contour again. Also small facial hairs I take off. They always grow back as small facial hairs, not as long hairs. Going to make the first line of my haircut of the upper hair. Now I lay there in the line where I made my cut in. So the guide line is also the line I set out. And it will make clear that the hairstyle travels in the same way. Watch at the eyebrow. In that line I'm going to work. And to the back I start already with a disconnect. And I use the skull bone to give volume to the back. So the skull bone is over here and I lay it on the line of the skull bone. So I have a wonderful volume when I dry my hair. Control the line. Comb the hair on the line I just cut. And cut it in the same way. Washing through the hair where my guideline is. Je hebt een mooie kopie. Leave the hair on top in the natural lines. So use the natural fall of the hair. Don't force anything. Because this gives only problems. Again, lay it on the skull lines. Just the way it falls. And also this line I connect to the other layers. You see the underlayer is a little bit shorter than the upper hair. The upper hair only connects on the front and the rest lay over it because then I get some roundings into the shape. Okay, connect the line to the other side. And this side I'm going to work in a straight line. So just find me the roundings. Now going to the front. this side will be a straight line, so there's no following up of the line I just cut. And I'll bend the hair in the opposite direction to give it a better fall. So it's a slight graduation, not much. But it makes the natural fall of the hair more to the back than to the front. You see that I also part hair in a straight line. So the line I part on top is also a straight line. So this line connects to that line. Now I don't pull anymore. Just gently hold it between my fingers. This gives me some extra length. So again, I get a rounding into the shape. Connect it to the back. Come to the last part. Now you can see that there are no more layers because this is the legacy head. So the upper lines are still in one line. That makes the hairstyle very strong afterwards. Again, lay it in the line of falling. Don't pull the hair, just gently cut it off. Lekker, rust is heerlijk. We werken veel te weinig als mensen. Zeker wij Nederlanders.
Ja, altijd druk.
Het is altijd druk, er is overal herrie. Het is zo heerlijk als je ergens bent waar geen herrie is. You can bend it a little bit to the back, not too much. And I just have to work out to the other sides, so to connect my line to the back. Zat. Lady hair from the center of the skull to the back, and there I made my connection. Nothing more than that. No pulling, just gently cut it off. Put on the protection for coloring her hair. What I made for her is from the affinage line. It's 120S. It's super highlight. I cool it a little bit with the opposite colors of yellow. So I put in 12001. So I get a colder shade. This I made with 12%, it's 40 volume, so I get the lightest end result. Start on the shorter side, work over, and what I will do in the underlines, I will cool the color even a little bit more, so I put in a little bit blue to get an even colder line in the underlines. So when we play with her hair, you can see there is also other shape, otherwise it would be a little bit flat of color, and I don't want that to happen. Affinage gives the best result, so far I know, in coloring on the 12 series. It's always nice, good hair, and a lot of customers who color with that color. give it a rounding for the even cooler lines. Kleuren vind ik heel leuk om te doen. Het geeft ook zoveel meer aan het haar, zoveel meer uitstraling.
Dat is juist wel leuk.
Absoluut. Cover up the line I part for the cooler lines. In the under lines I need the color I just put on the short side, so there's only on the short parts. I put that color on. What I put in now is a blue mix from Lakme. I only put in to my product about 2 centimeters on about 20 cc's colors. So just a small part in the blue lines, so it gives you even a cooler effect. And just mix it into the color. Ik heb wel eens Amerikanen gehad, hè, die komen om te knippen.
Ja, echt?
Ja, van de zomer komt er een Fransoos. Fransoos komt hier knippen.
Dat is ook wel weer leuk.
Kikken, ja.
Ja.
Ik spreek in één woord Frans natuurlijk.
Maar ja, zij spreekt ook wel een beetje Engels.
Ja, hij spreekt wel Engels. Als je op internet zit moet je wel een beetje Engels spreken, vind ik.
Ja, ja, anders. Ja, maar je
En
ziet
soms
ook zeg
spreekt
maar
het heel
wat je doet, dus dan is het al gelijk wel duidelijker.
Ja. Mag ik een klein stukje die kant op draaien? So now I put the blue color from the short line up to the upper layer. Lay the foil on the collar. This part I cover up again with the foil. And now I have to wait for 25-30 minutes. Let the color develop. Okay, we're back. Now I use some foam to style the hair. You see how wonderful the cool tone is in the beneath lines. On the parts still blonde. And this is a natural color, then 5 steps higher. I start at the front. Nou ga je zien hoe mooi koud die kleuren die eronder zitten. Die is echt heel zacht. En die geeft echt een heel apart effect aan de kleur. Dus een beetje jongensachtig wil uitwerken, dan leg je hem gewoon naar achteren. Kijk, je hebt een boevenkopje. All the lines they are to the color, because you see the underlines are very cool. I'm going to use a hairspray that I can control. So I use a crunchy. Crunchy is like crunchy chips. You bite in it and it's gone. I will work it out a little bit boyish, so you can see the flames of the colors. And then I'll bring it back to a feminine line. This I do also for the photos. This will be my first hairstyle on her. So she turns for you to show what we have made. Okay, my love, you may turn. Thank you very much. told you it's crunchy, so when you take your fingers through the hair, the hairspray will be gone, and then you have a lot of volume to create a wonderful feminine line with a lot of a playable effect. And the crunchy will hold the line. So now I just need a little more spray, not too much. Just lay it over the hair. I think when she goes on the street, everybody will look. Hey, who's that girl? Who's that girl? Clean contour. Oei, oei, oei. Dit ziet er mooi uit. And this is the feminine hairstyle. Okay, you may turn again. Thank you very much.